Welcome to your top five. Hey, today we're talking about top 5 ways to reset moving into the next year. We've already talked about a couple things. One being a review, right? A review of what's going on. Then from reviewing, we took a look and said, hey, how can I kind of reframe everything? How can I take a look at what's going on? Now we're into reset. And why reset? Well, here's the truth. You've probably had your focus on the wrong area. Or maybe you kind of have an idea of what the city is, but not the address. A matter of like our destination, our end result. And what we do is we kind of go towards this place and we don't realize the place we're going isn't a place we want to be. So how do we get to a point of having an anchored perspective of knowing where we want to go to reset the end destination? And today we're going to talk about that. How do I find the top 5 ways to reset the destination, the goal, so I know where I'm heading and I can enjoy the process and the destination when I arrive? So today, let's look at top 1 or top 5. Number 1 of 5 is recognizing the strengths that you have and defining how you can enhance them. Because we all have strengths. There's things you've done, things you've created, things that have been going great in your life, and they're always amazing. But the problem is sometimes we don't realize we can enhance them, and in enhancing them, enhance our entire life. Maybe you're really good at being organized in one area. You're structured, you're strict, but because of that, you protect only this, maybe work, but you don't do it for family. So then what happens, you're working on work, family wants to come hang out with you, you go, no, I got to hold this rigid line. It's like, oh no, do that as well for family. Find a way to have both those sit inside the same box, right? Because when you can do that, when you can look at your strengths, you can find areas to improve not only what you're doing, but also the experience of your life. You're doing what you're doing to create more, to have more joy, abundance, happiness, peace. And when you look at how your life is flowing, sometimes where you may have that joy, abundance, and peace, for one thing, you are lacking it in another area. If you can focus on how to enhance your strengths, you'll find that everything moves amazingly smooth and way more enjoyable. Now, number 2, align your life goals and business goals, right? It's a common progression from the previous one, right? We always have this place you want to go, right? It's a certain direction. Again, you might not know the address, but you have this destination you want to go to. But if you don't have a family goal and a business goal aligned for both these, then what happens is you may be going here, but this one's dragging it, or they're pulling it opposite directions. What if the goal for you is to say, look, I really want to have an amazing business that makes great money, that I can then in the business provide free time for my life to spend with my loved ones. And when I'm with my loved ones, I want them to feel joy with me, not like, oh, here's dad finally home, right? How do you have them both go together? Well, what you do is you can take a look at resetting what a win is. Maybe a win is not having that thing done this week, but having it done in 3 weeks. And the extra time in that in between is you actually enjoying time with your family. Right? They've got to be aligned, because if not, it'll create guilt on one side or the other one. That guilt energy drags the emotion down for all of the things, and you don't get the same peace when you finally achieve that goal. I don't know about you, but I have achieved goals that I've got done and go, man, it feels good, but man, I feel like I lost something along the way, right? We don't want to get to that point. Now, number 3, how do we do this thing next is what we speak into the present tense. What I mean by speaking to the present tense is I'm going to take a look and say, hey, as opposed to say this will happen when, I'll do something when, it's like, no, I'm going to do that now. When I make money, I'm going to spend time with the family. No, spend time with the family now. You'd be surprised when you have a calm and anchored home, you actually have an amazing ability to show up great and better in work. It's a different area of focus. We always say, well, when I have this much money, I can relax and maybe have kids, start a family, be more focused. No. Be more focused here. What happens is because you start enjoying this, you go, look, I want this to be even better. When I'm at work, I'm going to be more focused, more dialed in, take less distraction type things into play. And so you start flowing differently, right? Don't speak to what you're going to do in the future. Do it now. Right? Have the ability to start making choice about the right now, and you'd be surprised at how making a choice about right now gets you to the place you want to go in the future. Now, number 4, you got to have support systems. Now, for me, I have multiple. I have great friendships. I have a great marriage. I have my kids I love. I have colleagues. I have an amazing team behind the scenes that makes the magic happen. I got support systems in all areas of my life. I have mentors and coaches, because if you don't have other people outside of you, you get stuck in the echo chamber of your head. And while it's a great place to hang out, there's also areas where you can improve, right? Because we all got that. If I was here all day long, I wouldn't be able to be here. I couldn't be here. The idea is if you want to get to the point of having something amazing created for your life, you must have support system to support you in areas where you are weak or when you are weak, because you're human and it happens and it's okay. I don't believe anyone's self-made. We got to have amazing support systems. Now, the last piece of this, when it comes to you resetting, is what we're talking about, all the things that I want to have in my life. The one we rarely focus on is, well, who do you need to become to have that? Because it's not about having it randomly. It's about becoming the person that does the things that have the thing. The be, do, have process. Not, I'm going to wait till I have the thing and then I'll do some of those things and I'll be that person. No. You start becoming that person now. The way you show up, the way you talk, the way you speak, how you see things, operate in that now, and you'll find it naturally leads you to doing the things that allow you to have the thing you want. And even better, you get to keep the things you have. When you have those things and you know that in your heart of hearts, it's not who you are to have it, or maybe you don't believe you deserve it, you'll self-sabotage, you'll lose it quick. Like, I know clients of mine who have gone in and made some great money, and didn't make much, made great money. And for some reason that money kept escaping. Like, all of a sudden they're making great money, like 7 figures. And then all of a sudden it's not there. Where did it go? It's going here, here, here. Why is that? Well, because they got there so quick. They did the things to have it. They didn't feel like they were the person to have it. Right? It's kind of interesting. And then all of a sudden it finds ways to evade their grasp. But if you create the center person here, it's who I am. I'll do the things. I'll have the thing. I'll feel justified in having it. I'll maintain it more because you feel like you deserve it. Interesting process, but you've got to reset who you need to become. Don't be the same person trying to get something new. It's not going to work that way. Become someone different. You'll create the things you want different in your life. So that is it. Those are your top 5 things to do to take a look at your life and reset the destination, who you want to become, the support system you have around your life, and also resetting how you align your life and business goals to have what you want in all areas, to actually have it all. It's your top 5 ways to reset heading into 2022.